Bongino reaches in his toolbox, hammers Brennan to the wall, leaving him fully exposed by US4Trump.com. Last evening, Dan Bongino slams former CIA Director John Brennan because he's the one behind the illegal spying on the Trump campaign. Bongino, former American Secret Service agent, tweets John Brennan is a stain on this country. His sad saga will be told to future intelligence community officials as a cautionary tale. His sorry story will be only used a warning. See his tweet below. In May of 2018, a curious article appears in spectator.org. The article is entitled Special Report John Brennan's Plot to Infiltrate the Trump Campaign by George Neumeyer. George writes, it came out of his interagency task force, as Langley continued below, as Trump won primary after primary in 2016, rattled John Brennan started claiming to colleagues at the CIA that Estonia's intelligence agency had alerted him to an intercepted phone call suggesting Putin was pouring money into the Trump campaign. No, it was actually the other way around with the $400 million, but no news coverage on that. The tip was bogus, but Brennan bid on it with opportunistic relish. I'm sure even that it was set up by Brennan too. You get it? No. Out of Brennan's alarmist chatter about the bogus tip came an extraordinary leak to the BBC that Brennan had used it along with later half-baked tips from British intelligence as the justification to form a multi-agency spy operation, given the Orwellian designation of an interagency task force on the Trump campaign, which he was running right out of the CIA headquarters, George Neumeyer. The day before the Spectator article, Dan hits the airwaves. Bongino is fired up and says, it was Brennan who was behind the Obama spying operation. John Brennan was the former CIA director under the Obama administration. In a no-holds-barred interview, Dan Bongino, the following of the embattled Brennan, says the following of the embattled Brennan. John Brennan has disgraced himself, he's disgraced the country, he's disgraced the intelligence community. Bongino says he is the one man largely responsible for the destruction of America's faith in the intelligence community and in some people at the top of the FBI. Bongino continues, he knows about the dossier. He denies knowledge of the dossier. He briefs the Gang of Eight up on the Hill about the dossier, which they then use to demand the FBI to start an investigation into Trump. To hit the point home, Dan says that it is that simple. This guy is the genesis of this whole debacle, this Obama-gate spying scheme. Now we know why Brennan's tweets have been so emotional. Yeah, because he knows he's going down for this. You get it? Let's take a quick listen.
Talking about what's going on with what may have gone on with the FBI. He ran the CIA. Dan Bongino feels he's got his fingerprints all over it, and he was not a good actor in it.
John Brennan has disgraced himself, he's disgraced the country, he's disgraced the intelligence community. He's the one man largely responsible for the destruction of Americans' faith in the intelligence community and in some people at the top of the FBI. He knows about the dossier, he denies knowledge of the dossier, he briefs the Gang of Eight up in the Hill about the dossier, which they then use to demand the FBI start an investigation into Trump. It is that simple. This guy is the genesis of this whole debacle, this Obamagate spying scheme.
I watched David Brooks in the New York Times, and David Brooks is not a fan of President Trump. But
well, as you can see, that Dan Bongino hits the nail where it belongs. That's why Brennan is freaking out, because he knows he's going down for his involvement. He was the sole perpetrator in this whole scenario too. Yeah, he helped actually Hillary Clinton, as we said. Obama gave the go-ahead. John Brennan started this whole thing. And when they say that they said that Russia was paying it, the Trump campaign, no. That's all made up, on John Brennan's part. That this CIA, that Estonia intelligence agency had alerted him. He had people in Estonia tell him this on purpose. He set this whole thing up, and this can easily be proven. I just can't wait to see the cuff slapped on this mug of his, enough, with this, it's so aggravating that this whole situation is continuing up until this day. And who the culprits are. You know who the main players in this scenario are. We all know who the main players. Now, let's get to the facts and let's start cuffing them. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.